It's true, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back to what has been an incredible morning. And as we get into the final hour, it dawns on us that yes, January is still here, and for some of us, we do want a fresh start, and many graduates and job seekers out there can attest to this. But it can also be a bit of a reality check, where quick jobs aren't always waiting, and competition is very fierce. Now, workplaces are changing, and skills, adaptability, and also mindset matter more than ever. And here to unpack what the job market is really telling us this January is Dr. Adrian Parsadh from Stellenbosch Business School. And welcome, Doc, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, this is such an important conversation, and I know many people, their ears peaked, they just dialed in right now. Every single January, we see this rush of graduates entering into the market, some of them unaware, some of them maybe setting the bar a bit high when it comes to goals and ambitions. What does the labour data tell us about their chances right now?
I suppose we have to just look back slightly. Say 2024 in Q1, the unemployment rate was like around about 11.8%.
Sure.
Right? Q4 of 2024, it tapered down slightly, around about 8.7.
Okay.
However, in 2025, in Q1, it spiked up again in terms of around about 11.7. In Q3 of 2025, it moved around 10.3.
Right.
So it doesn't look that well. So to unpack it furthermore, example, 1 in 10 graduates, that's a reality, would possibly gain entry into the labour force market here.
Okay, what does that mean for the other 9?
The other 9, in terms of levels of uncertainty, it increases the levels of anxiety.
Yeah.
There's a level of potentially despair and despondency that may creep in. However, for those graduates that have this ability to bounce back, the level of resilience, never say die, never give up, and then just to continue remaining kind of positive in terms of just developing, you talked about the mindset, just developing that positive mindset and taking their own ownership rather than waiting for something to happen.
Right.
It's about just stepping up and saying, hey, you know what, I just need to do this. I need to go out. I need to search. I need to hunt. I need to get myself onto different platforms. I need to up my game in terms of my CV.
Sure.
And in terms of different online platforms.
That's what I was going to say as well. You could use the online space to your advantage, like you said, instead of waiting for things to happen. We heard from Mikhail earlier as well, that he said, instead of waiting for somebody to call me up, I created my own. And that's a really good direction that we can go. So where do you see the biggest gap between graduate expectations and then also what employers are actually offering? And I'm sure there is a gap there, right?
A very important question.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at the employees, right, in terms of the employers, and then the graduates actually desire, on one hand, getting into the market, quick acceleration in terms of career progression.
Right.
And of course, they seek high levels of salary. But there's also the desire around workplace or work-life balance. And on the other hand, employers are saying, hey, you know what, I need you to come in with practical, demonstrable skills, sets and competencies on one hand. And of course, you're looking at salary, career progression, and more or less the biggest gap that I see and what we pick up is this experience gap. Now, that's a double bind in a way, because graduates are saying, give me an opportunity.
At what point was I supposed to?
I know,
exactly.
Give me the opportunity, because I need to gain experience or experiences in different role sets or different roles. Whereas on the other hand, the complexity around the volatility around the market itself, globally and locally. We sit with mergers and acquisitions, though construction is slightly in terms of increasing, however, manufacturing is taking a knock. There is IT is always on an upward trajectory.
That's good news.
Particularly around in terms of cybersecurity, right? Healthcare, in terms of that sector is also going up, and in terms of fintech itself. So there is some. I'm kind of hopeful, right? There is light at the end of the tunnel. One just needs to, just to try and try again, and then refocus and reset.
I like
that.
And
then reorientate the way we think about things as well,
we came into it saying mindsets, and now again, that's the most important part of it at the end of the day. Kind of reframing and seeing, okay, if this is not working, in which direction can I pivot into?
There we go.
All right, that was part one of this really important conversation with the good doc, and we'll definitely get into part two in just a bit. Now we turn to how job seekers and graduates can respond to that reality without losing direction, confidence, or even hope at the end of the day. Now, lecturer in organisational behaviour and leadership, Dr. Adrian Parsadh joins us once again to hopefully offer a bit of glimmer at the end of the tunnel. Doc, thank you so much for this conversation. I'm curious, from your work in organisational behaviour, what mindsets, and I know that was a big word that we kept using before, really helps graduates cope better with early career uncertainty?
Again, it's a very important question, right? And what the research is telling us, and employers globally and locally, around the ability to be adaptable.
Yep.
There's a level of flexibility that's also required. What employers are actually looking out for is the communication competencies. We talked about resilience, adaptability. So those are, in some way, the ingredients to help with levels of uncertainty. What Edmondson also speaks around is what we call this growth mindset. Being able to work with uncertainty, but yet remaining hopeful, and being able to work with our own expectations and desires, though. And yeah.
Well, I mean, to the graduates, all the best to you. I feel like these sort of soft skills are stuff that you develop throughout just living life and experiencing life. But at least you know what to look out for and what to sort of hone in on when it comes to the uncertainty. But not all is lost. So let's find out from your side, what sort of skills or even behaviors are employees valuing most in these early career moments for our graduates?
Absolutely. I think I've mentioned it around. There's this continuous, or this pattern around recurring themes around adaptability. So being able to come into the work environment, being able to adapt to new processes, new systems, new people. What we're also picking up is the ability to collaborate.
That's good.
So most work happens in groups and in teams. So hence this level to be able to network, being able to adapt and readjust the way we see ourselves, the way we see each other. So I am in relation to you, and yet mindful around that the context and in different business landscapes are slightly different. So that's the ability to collaborate. And across region, across geographies, though, by the way. Yeah, and again, it's this notion around coming in with curiosity.
Oh, I like that.
Curiosity in the sense that I want to learn, right? And employers are actually saying, hey, I need graduates, more than just the qualification, more than just the educational background, more than just the technical know-how. It's around those competencies, around openness to learn and the curiosity to learn.
Those are lifelong skills as well. If you lead with that and also empathy, it'll take you so many places. So right now, a graduate...
Can I just say,
no, of
in
course,
terms of
please
empathy,
go ahead, yeah.
And emotional intelligence.
Yes.
So that levels of self-awareness, being able to relate, build my relationship skills and competencies. Employers are actually looking out for graduates that have higher degrees of, guess what? Emotional intelligence. And empathy is kind of important too, though, by the way.
It is. We're all in the business of people, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So it really does help to make sure you sharpen those skills and those people skills at the end of the day. Doc, thank you so much. I feel like for all the young graduates or to-be graduates, you've given them a sense of empowerment and also a sense of reassurance that it's going to be okay. And if it's not okay, we pivot to a point that it is, right? We hope to see you once again on our Expresso couch. For now, though, I know the outside beckons and Ryle is definitely standing